Welcome to the Journal Live, an internet video partnership between the Pasadena Journal and OnWeb Television, where we spotlight stories and everyday people in our community that are working together to make a difference. Hello, everyone. I'm Tennille Williams. Are you looking for activities to help keep your bored teenager busy? Well, we stopped by Perry's Joint and we spoke to two local teens to see what they helped plan for the 12th Annual Youth Month. We'll also learn how a 49-year-old organization has helped thousands of youths build life skills through their wilderness program. But first, let's check in on our teens.
Over 63 free special events have been planned for local teens during Day One's 12th Annual Youth Month. From trips to amusement parks to supervised dances, bowling, a youth summit, and much more. There's enough to keep any teen busy. And it's all free. Tell us why you think Youth Month is important.
I think Youth Month is important because August is the time of the month where there's no summer school parents after work, and there's activities every day of the week for free that you can choose from, and I think that's very important.
I was actually assigned to Day One by the Rose Program.
What's the Rose Program?
It's a job for teens, and they
summer jobs?
Yeah, they assign you places. So I just happened to be signed up with them this year. On August 9th, I'm planning a luau for the kids and their families to come out, and we're gonna have lots of games and activities. We're gonna have a barbecue. DJs, raffles.
Well, I'm working on a party. It's called Club Neon. It's going to be held August 1st at the Senior Center. It's going to be different refreshments, giveaways. We're going to even have a VIP section. We're even going to have 2 DJs to mix it up a little bit with diverse music and stuff.
Oh, great. And that's going to be at the Pasadena Senior Center?
Yes.
And what's the time of that event?
8 p.m. to 12 a.m.
And what day is it again?
Friday, August 1st.
Oh, okay. And tell me about your experience organizing that event.
Well, I got hired through the Rose Program too with Tiana, and I'm an event coordinator, and Christy assigned me to the party Neon. Yes, but I want to go to USC and become a pediatrician and possibly become an event coordinator on the side.
I either want to go to UC San Diego or Florida State, and I'm a major in history, but I would like to be a dermatologist.
Oh, great.
Those young ladies are very inspiring. Now, our next interview is with Charles Thomas, Executive Director of Outward Bound, providing challenge and adventure through its nature-based education mission.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us today.
Good morning. How are you?
Can you tell us a little bit about Outward Bound?
We have 2 overall goals, and the first one is to make sure that young children that grow up in the city that historically have been absent from outdoor recreation and backpacking and camping and wilderness travel have access to that. We have principally focused in the African American and the Latino communities. So the first issue that we're trying to really address is access and opportunity. Now, once we get them out there, the next issue is really trying to work with teens who sometimes may be struggling or have problems at home or problems in school or problems with the police, and to help them to become, I think our bottom line is we're trying to produce well-adjusted children that choose the difficult right over the easy wrong. And we do that through a series of activities, skill building, values clarification, goal setting, and really teaching them to understand more about themselves and more about what role they play in the community as a responsible individual, and develop greater citizenship and return that service to the communities that they live in.
How did you become involved with Outward Bound?
Well, that's a long story, but I'm going to make it short. Back in the late 60s and the early 70s, Outward Bound had a program called Regional Diversion for those kids that were kind of getting into a little trouble and going in the wrong direction. And the federal government, it was like a gang intervention program. The federal government put money into this area through HUD to capture those kids. Outward Bound got some of that money to take kids like me at that time out into the wilderness and teach them a little bit something about themselves, something about nature, and really how to function more effectively in a community. And they took me on a 14-day backpacking trip, and I don't think I was ever the same after that.
How do you think taking the kids out into the wilderness helps them?
Everybody is set at the same level when you take them into the wilderness. So we provide a challenge, and then we run them through a series of team building and leadership activities set in an outdoor setting that really forces them, really, in a fun way, forces them to engage in a community and to learn how to work together, and more importantly, really helps them to understand that they are responsible for their own actions.
Well, I keep track, keep the place organized, and anytime when our YAC members or anyone else from Mount Rabon wants to check out something, they have to make sure that I know, and they know the time they're going to bring it back. I like the fact how we go out and go on to these wilderness, because I've never been out to the wilderness before, and it's pretty fun. My first trip was up to Mona Lake. That was really an adventure. Well, when we first got up there, it was like super duper silent. I couldn't hear nothing. The only thing you could hear was either a bug flying by your ear or a bird flapping its wings in the sky. And the lake was beautiful. It was a fantastic view.
What we do care for is that you care enough to work consistently over a span of time with our children that really are the ones, the recipients of our service. So any volunteer that wants to work, and of course there's a series of things you have to do. You have to be fingerprinted and go through our staff training, but we don't turn away a volunteer. You can be 8 years old, you can be 80 years old, you know. If you want to work with the kids in an outdoor setting, this is the place to be.
Well, that does it for another edition of the Journal Live. We hope that you'll continue to join us each month as we bring you stories and the people in our community that are working together to make a difference. On behalf of the Pasadena Journal and On Web Television, I'm Tennille Williams. Thank you for watching the Journal Live.